So wonderful. That is what studying Swamis, you can just dwell on those Padyam and just, why did he say this just after Gayatri? So he says, if this is not there, then your lot is this.
Only people know about Sanskrit, they can explain. We don't know.
No one knows until we study.
There is an expression in Sanskrit or in Tamil, we say, Murkan. What does that mean? Ignorance?
Foolish, ignorant, foolishness. So, Murkha, the word ka, Swami has used the word Sukha, Dukkha and Murkha. Ka means a space. Ka means space. Sukha means good space. Dukkha means not so conducive space. Murkha means without buddhi, space. Everything is ka, space. Useless space. Okay. So it's so much is in that Padyam, it is just phenomenal. Okay. Huh?
So the case study he has given, and then he started giving the solution.
He gave the first solution. Then he gave the description of the problem which it's solving. Problem definition. Then the discourse tells how you go resolve this problem with the solution which I have given. So in life, God always gives us the solution first. Then He gives us the problem. Always. Pardon? First solution. So you may think, how are you saying this? The tree and the fruits are ready before your hunger hits. Before the baby is born, the milk is ready. Creation is that. The solution is first created, then the problem is created, and then you have to put the two together. That's life.
You should realize that we are in a problem first.
First, we have to realize that we are in problem. Not knowing that we are the problem, we are the problem. We should not. Yes.
There is an expression Swami uses, the worm in the mud. So we are like worms in the mud.
But Swami says the mud doesn't touch the worm. Oh, we have, where is he? Oh, maybe I'm mixing up two. Because yesterday, Gayatri from here is picking up, I understand. That's from the yesterday's class. Swami is giving examples of the mud. Though the worm is in the mud never sticks to the worm. I just noticed. Okay. So we have covered the problem definition. Okay, so then we will go on. Then what is Swami going to? Once he defines this, he talks about this. Then he talks about?
Sorry to say again. Swami says everything you do should be for the pleasure of God, nothing else.
So Swami is starting with karma. Swami, that's uncle is talking about. What is karma? What is the purpose of karma? Why we are born and all that Swami is telling. There only Swami is saying the karma is such that whether you do it knowingly or whether you do it unknowingly, the results are guaranteed. Okay, so he says that. So you can never escape the results of your action. That's the first point Swami wanted to emphasize. Then so anyone else would like to talk about karma? Then we'll go to Janma. Then Swami is talking about Janma. So karma, that statement Swami says, then he's talking about Janma. What did Swami talk about Janma?
I think what I remember is he speaks about Sahaja Janma. So when we are born, it is called Sahaja Janma. It is called birth, natural birth, where we are born without any, attachments or anything. Then Swami tells about the second stage, which is Dvijudu, right? Dvijanma, which is the second birth when you are introduced to this Gayatri mantra, Swami mentions. And the third stage is when you take this Gayatri mantra into practice, when you start understanding what it is and completely live in it, then you become a Vipra. That is Vipra Janma, right? So I think he's just giving the three stages through which every person has to pass. I thought when listening to this discourse and when Swami mentioned this point, I thought it is a Dvijanma for everybody. Like some of us would have gone through Upanayanam ceremony, some of us would have not gone through due to various reasons, due to Sahaja Janma. But when you all have heard this discourse, and Swami tells Om Bhurbhuvasvaha, during Upanayanam, what is done is the father goes to the ear of the son and tells secretly that this is your Taraka mantra and start chanting from today. And God being our father, when he has told the entire crowd Om Bhurbhuvasvaha right into our ears, I think we have started our Dvijanma there, whether you like it or not. And through this discourse, Swami is also elevating each of us to the Viprajanma, because he is explaining the meaning and he is telling how much to do, how many times to do, and what will it do. If we understand it, every word, in every sense, and start practicing it, that's when I think we will be promoted to the next level. Otherwise, this Janma will be useless. It will continue to be Sahaja Janma, just like any other animal living outside.
So, as Sitaram said, we are all born natural state of birth. Then we are born Dvija. What does Dvija, as Swami said, Dvija means when Gayatri is initiated, you are initiated in Gayatri, you become a Dvija. Swami says, what does it give us? The Dvija state, what does it give, Swami says? Swami makes one statement. By getting that Dvija state, getting to that Dvija state, what does it equips you for? Knowledge.
Gayatri is the mother. So you come from your own mother. That is the first birth. Then you have to get initiated. Then Gayatri is your mother after.
Gayatri is the mother. So you take a second birth, but what does it equips you for? Why do you have to take that birth?
So it also gives you a regimen. So because he also mentions about Shudratvam, which means like apparently it's you don't have any like schedule or like regimen that you're sticking to, and by taking the second birth, you're prepared to like study the Vedas and all that and become a Vipra.
Swami also gives a small example there. He says, when a Kanya, I don't know if it is this discourse, Anya Kanya, is it this discourse? This discourse? Yeah. So many discourses are running. So Anya Kanya, Swami mentions about a girl who is still not married, right? Kanya is unmarried girl, what? Yeah, unmarried girl, right? So that girl, when she gets married, she gets a Mangala Sutra. That's when she gets right on husband's properties, husband's whatever, right? Whatever he has, she starts getting that. She's entitled to get all of us, at least 50-50. The same way, when you get this, okay, I know why they're laughing. Maybe they're not getting 50-50. Oh, I'm so sorry. I took that liberty because my wife is not here. So. Oh.
in the eyes of God, we are all ladies. So there is,
then who is the man may be married to? So this is the marriage actually for the man. So that's another slight discussion. But so Swami says Anya Kanya. Until then you are an outsider. Until you get the you're an outsider. When you are married, you are probably not an outsider anymore. Anya means we should say outsider. Alien. You are not an alien. So then you become part of the family, or you have rights. So this Gayatri gives you the right to whatever Chandasa Mata has. So that means you get the rights of studying the Vedas. So Vedathyayanam, you get the qualification for Vedathyayanam through this process. Just the way you are married to somebody and you have the rights over the property, once you get this initiation, you have the rights over the knowledge contained in the Vedas. So only that gives you the qualification to study the Vedas. So that is the purpose of. So Swami nicely explains. So everyone says, oh, we will chant Gayatri. You know, some occasion they will say, we'll chant Gayatri 108 times, 1008 times. They don't even know why they are chanting. Unfortunately, no one knows why they are chanting. It's a very powerful mantra. Yeah, powerful for what? You know, so I think that's how Gayatri should be chanted. Also, there is the paddhati. Where it should be chanted, how many times it should be chanted. So, which Swami is going into details. So that is why Gayatri has never been publicly in Parthi also it's not chanted. But there are people, there are Gayatri experts all over the world. 108 days chanting without knowing what you are doing with it. Okay. But it sharpens your intelligence so that you can study and then practice. So that is the purpose.
So as a female, when they're a young kid, are they not supposed to hear the Gayatri Mantra, technically speaking?
As Uncle said, everyone is a female. So the thing is actually,
Swami mentions in the discourse, when you are small itself, please chant Gayatri 3 times in the morning and evening, isn't it? So that's the answer. Everybody can chant, but knowing the meaning will give you more. Swami has said, right? You are not Anya then. So each of you, if you have really heard discourse with your heart, then you are not Anya. It is actually equivalent to almost Upanayinam, I would say, because it's God who is telling all this.
I think Swami also adds, Gayatri is not only for humans, it's for everybody, for God's creation. So there is no restriction for anyone.
you would know. So, you know, I will tell something personal. So in 1983, because doing this Mass Upanayanam on this day, 17th, I was a student at that time. I was also learning Vedas, chanting Vedas. I was the only one non-Brahmin in that group. So everyone will, every Upakarma time, everyone will change. Then they will say, you don't have. So then I was the only Shudra in the Veda chanting group at that time. So it was to bother me a lot. So that time we told our parents, come, we will ask Swami to perform Upanayanam for us also. So our parents landed on the 8th of March 1983. So on the 9th of March, Swami gave us interview. It was my father's 50th birthday. So Swami called us. And Swami told it's your 60th birthday, and he called us and gave interview. So at the interview, Swami asked, what do you want? So of course I said, Swami, please perform Upanayana for us. Swami said, Chha. He said, that's not needed. It's not your paddhati. For some people it is. I was so down for, crestfallen, Maybe Swami says you are not even eligible for learning Vedas. That was my initial feeling. Because there were 3 brothers, I was the only one learning Vedam and chanting. The others were not as affected by that statement. But my father said, Swami, but we don't know how to chant Gayatri. Somebody has to initiate. Will you do so? Swami said, Pakalam. I will see. So that was on the 9th. So on the 17th, Swami called for the mic and chanted it. So, I consider that, so that was Swami's initiation. Basically, he said, you don't need to have the sacred thread. That is just a tradition. Sampradaya, that's what Swami said. It's not, that's their Sampradaya, don't worry about it. But he gave it universally, he gave initiation for everyone. Boys, girls, gents, ladies, everyone. And opened it up.
For the ladies, Mangal Sutram is the...
So the original, the Brahmin tradition was, the men get they are wedded to this. The wife, when she comes, she gets half. If as long as they make sure that the husband does Sandhya Vandanam, no problem. Make sure that they do Sandhya Vandanam. Or if when they are doing, they help them. You get half. So, that was the original tree. But Swami said everyone should learn. Because original paddhati, or ancient time, everyone chanted. But down the road, things get bad. Okay. So I hope that answers the question. Okay, Janma. Next one. Swami says, why we take birth? Anyone remembers? Get rid of our karma? No, that's not what Swami said. I'm asking what Swami said in the discussion. Sharira Madhyam.
Sharira Madhyam Kalu Dharma Sadhanam.
Swami said the body is given to practice dharma. So that's the quotation by Swami. And then Swami also used Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya Glanirбhava. That also he said. Anyone remembers what Swami said? When dharma declines, I am born again. Then Swami goes on to say, all of you are born because dharma declines. Manavatvam. To be born as a human being itself is to uplift dharma. Not only for God. When Krishna said, I am born, he didn't say, I the Krishna. He said, every principle of I which is born is only to uplift dharma they are born. So we are also born, when our dharma is bad shape, we are born to uplift our own dharma. That's very nicely said, but I don't know whether it came through in the translation fully. But Swami says, everyone is taking avatar to uplift dharma. Swami very subtly put it. It's not, pardon? Yeah.
In society, that no matter how many dharma births that occur, it's dharma is still going more, right? Why?
I think her question is, if all of us are born to uplift dharma, why is there so much adharma? Is the question right? Anyone who would like to answer? Yes, yes. Because of Murkha Buddhi. Yes. See, at home, everything is dirty. Okay, you come in and say, why is everything dirty? Why is everything dirty at home? Maybe your home is not like that, but if yeah, keep your home. So why is the home? No, why? Because why? If at home you go, no, you go into the kitchen, nothing is washed. Okay, everyone is coming in, looking at it and going. I am saying, why is everything dirty? Why is things dirty here? No one is doing it. No one is doing it. If one person does, can we clean it up? We can. So the world is also like that. If no one is doing upliftment of dharma, the world will be bad.
When God created the world, or when it was created from the Om sound, it goes through the different yugas, right? Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and then Kali Yuga. Within that, right, it goes back into the Satya Yuga, right? But from Satya Yuga to go into Kali Yuga, right, there's so many actions that has to be done in order for that to happen. Why did it go such in a negative route for it to go back into the positive?
So his question is, why is it going bad? Why is he allowing that to go bad so that it can become? That's the question, no? Why? Anyone? Why is it becoming bad before it becomes good?
I think there is something called it's dark before it dawns or something. So before it becomes light, it will be the darkest moment.
Things go bad because when everybody is born, it's all same, neutral, no bad thing available. The man only is the one who creates the bad thoughts and doing a bad thing. So it is not Swami who has made it bad, it is the man who is making it bad. And that's why when everything goes hail-wide, he comes down to tell them, okay, I want to rectify whatever you are all doing bad. I think it's a man-made thing.
When we have our thoughts, like whether it's good choices or bad choices, according to our karma, it's whatever is written, right? So you can't really say that it's man-made because it's before we even come to the earth, our fate is already written, right?
Going to the result again. Right? So I think I just recalled when you mentioned about the yugas. I hope it may answer to some extent, but I'll just recall that incident between Anil Kumar sir and Swami. Anil Kumar sir, Professor Anil Kumar sir. So he had this question to Swami where he posed exactly like how Rishi asked today. Swami, so it is said in many of the scriptures saying that as the yugas are progressing, Dharma is losing one leg. So it is said in Sathya Yuga, Dharma has 4 legs. In Treta Yuga, it has 3 legs. Then in Dwapara Yuga, it has 2 legs. And in Kali Yuga, it is limping with 1 leg. This is the belief, a general belief, an unsaid, belief. It's not written anywhere, but that is how it has been told in the society. And he asked Swami, if God is coming again and again and again, like Rama, Krishna, in various forms, and now you are also coming, what is the point? If Dharma is losing leg in every yuga, so why are you even coming? Are you making any impact? So I'm just paraphrasing, it could be in Telugu, but that's the question to the effect. And Swami tells, Pichivada, right? Murkha buddhi, because we don't understand what it is. This is how he tells in his speech, Anil Kumar sir. Swami says, what do you think Dharma is? First question, right? When she is asking, why is adharma growing? What do we understand by saying dharma? And Swami answers saying, your only dharma when you are born as a human is to love God. Swami tells in Telugu it is prema dharma. So God comes again and again and again to uplift this prema dharma. We see all this violence, everything is happening, yes, but compared to the Sathya Yuga, the population is now like massive, right? Like at least million times more, right? To each of these yugas, we have increased in population. And God has to take each of these forms to spread this love and make this love sprout in each of our hearts to that extent. And Swami then continues to say, once Daiva Preeti starts, then you'll have something called Papa Bhiti, which is, now we all are recognizing that this is adharma. A war is happening there, or house is not clean, from very minor adharmas to major adharmas that we see with our eyes. Papa Bhiti then leads to Sangha Niti, which is morality in society. So if we pass these three stages at individual level, slowly we will progress towards cleaning the entire society, and that's when again Satya Yuga will start, where Satya Yuga is nothing but everybody is adhered to Satya. What is the dharma? To love God. Every moment, if we love God, we are following our dharma. And every moment, following dharma would mean not just thinking of Swami, I love you Swami, but following would mean actually walking in that path.
It's 8:49, and we'll just go on to the next thing, which actually Swami is explaining why. In this world, everything has deteriorated. Everything is created in such a way it deteriorates. You get up in the morning first day, the next day you have to have a bath. Then you say, why should I have bath? Why should I, why can't I be fresh throughout the day? Because the world is such that things will deteriorate. But think if you don't do it at the appropriate time, for example, after eating, if you don't wash it at that time, when you go into the kitchen, it will be dirty. So everything when it's timely done, you clean it then and there, then everything is spick and span at home. If you eat, you wash the plate. If you cook, you clean. That is why you have to do Trikala Sandhya. If you do not do Trikala Sandhya, or 3 times Sandhya, chanting of the Gayatri, Swami says the interest accumulates. Interest accumulates of your Papa Karma. So if you do Papa Karma, do some Gayatri, that's clean. Then you do some Papa Karma, again chant, you clean. Without interest, Swami says. So what happens in life, whenever we do something, there is some harm happening. We have to negate it regularly, periodically, at the right time. You can't wait for, I will do Sandhya together. It's like, let me wash plates, clean the kitchen only once a week. Type of thing cannot be done. It has to be done every day, 3 times a day. Mortgage rates are very high, he says. In spirituality also. Initially it may start with little interest, high, then the interest rate goes up when there's a recession. Okay, so Swami says that is with Trikala Sandhya, 3 times Swami says. Swami says morning, noon, and evening you have to chant Gayatri.
Swami tells karma, whatever we do karma, it will go away when we chant Gayatri and becomes akarma, as he said, negating and just telling that word as.
So now you understand why adharma goes. We are all given Gayatri. By doing something, we will also do some little bit, uplifting the dharma. If not everywhere, at home at least, just with ourselves. So that's why 3 times is very, very important. If we don't do it, adharma will grow with interest. Okay, this is what Swami says.
In Sandhya Vandanam, I don't know who all are doing here, there is a small verse says, Yadratriyat kurute papam Tadratriyar Pratimuchyate. So, like when we chant, before chanting Gayatri, we do all these verses. And one of that is this, when we do Pratah Sandhya, right? It says, whatever Papa I have done during the last night, with this chanting, let it all smash away. You know, it's like, not Shema Prarthana, it's like prayer. It goes to that effect. Just cleaning it, cleaning our own selves.
Okay, so now you are there, you know why adharma increases, how to do, what is our role, everything is covered.
So anyone who's so if anyone who's performing adharma, they say this prayer, that means they're saying it's reset, no?
The question is, if anyone does adharma and when they reset, will it reset? Is the question. Okay? Are you asking whether it resets the karma or it resets the dharma? There's a chance that person will improve. There's a chance. Because just as soon as you think of God, that has a cleansing. You understand? You became so dirty. If I have bath, will it clean me? It will clean. Of course, depends how you clean also. What type of bath you have also is very important. You can't just sprinkle water and say, I am clean. She's telling, unknowingly if you do only it will clean. Knowingly it may not. See, that's why Swami says, earlier on itself he said, you can't trick karma. It will never go waste. You can't avoid it. So what will happen if you do dharma, you still go through the problem. What you have done, no, you have to go through. You can't reset the karma. But the interest you can reset. You have to go through the fruits, okay? But you can't, it won't multiply. You reduce it, okay? It's not, okay, I did everything, now I am back to square one. That means, if you keep on doing it, one day you will forget even to chant that. It's not licensed. We, again, now let's go back. So why did we get, that's why I went back to, many people say Gayatri is very powerful, let's chant and no. Why is the Gayatri given? Sharpening. Is it just only sharpening? We have to go to the next stage, which is Vipara. That means you have to study Vedas and you have to practice it. So it is like, if you are going to cook, I just sharpen the knife means that's not good enough. You have to cut the vegetable and cook. Otherwise there is no food. You can keep on sharpening and then put the knife away. If you have not cooked, there is no point in sharpening. What will happen? Something you may cut your hand off.
If we follow Dharma, definitely God's grace will be with you. Definitely. That's 100% true. So we have to follow Dharma and be loving God. Loving God is very, very, very important. We can, whatever we can be able to do, some service and some, some charities and all those things adds up your good karmas. So God will be with you all the time.
So we'll cover the meaning of Gayatri. Swami is telling Gayatri is three things. Swami says. What are the three things? The Gayatri mantra itself, Swami has three aspects. That's three.
He actually splits the Gayatri mantra into 3 parts. I'm not able to recollect the first one, but the second one is prayer. Sorry, the last one is prayer, but the second last is meditation. So the entire Gayatri mantra is split into 9. So 9 parts, 9 complexions, he says. Varnanas. Om Devasya. Diyoyona Prachodaya. And he also describes about Gayatri, which is 5-faced, Panchamukhi, Om Bhuvasvaha, that's Om Bhuvasvaha, Tatsavitur Varenya, Bhargo Devasya, Dhimahi, Diyoyona Prachodaya.
So then Swami says, through this Gayatri we practice dharma, and Swami says dharma is done for what sake? Is it for yourself? Or is it for the fellow human beings? Swami asked this question. Do you remember what Swami said? Why do we practice dharma? Okay. So Swami says, it is not for you. It's not for selfish reasons. It's not for Thotimana. It is not even for people around you. It is for offering to God. Which is what Uncle was saying. Uncle already said everything you should do as offering to God. So that is where Gayatri will take us. That is the Brahman state. Everything is offered to Brahman, which is nothing but what Sitaram said, that's the Prema Dharma. Dharma is Prema Dharma, Prema is only for God. So every action you do after chanting Gayatri is to offer your action to the Lord as worship. We reasonably covered, so much in Discourse.
I think the first line, Bhur-Bhuva Suvaha, Swami mentions here, Bhur-Bhu means materialization, which is physical. Suvaha, which is Savitri, the first one is Gayatri. Then it is Savitri, which is vibration. The life force that we have is Suvaha. Sorry, Bhuva, that is Bhuva. Bhuva is Savitri. Suvaha is the radiation, which is Buddhi, which is led by Saraswati. So I'll just make mention of these 3 because with these 3 elements only we are all living, right? Mind, body and senses. So if these 3 get purified, rest of our life is pure and secure.
Gayatri, we have to chant Gayatri. Savitri, Saraswati are coming. Gayatri, who is Gayatri, who is Savitri, who is Saraswati?
Hold it together here. Chant over this one, okay? 1, 2, 3, go. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam